OSCAAR TV at the Sunset Speedway. Round number 7 for the OSCAAR Modified Tour is in the books here in 2013, and standing alongside race 7 winner Gary McLean. Gary, finally get that second win of the season. You guys have been looking for it for a long time now, and to finally get it back here at Sunset Speedway where you won the first one, it's got to feel really good to get back in victory lane.
Yeah, it does. You know, the car wasn't perfect tonight by no means, but it was sure better. Better than it has been. We've sorted out a lot of bugs from some of the wrecks that we've been having and whatnot, and yeah, it kind of pulled it all together tonight, got it done.
Talk about the car not being perfect. You get out of the car, grab the checkered flag, and all excited. I was standing there talking to your crew chief, Greg Gibson, and he said, man, there's something wrong with this race car. I'm like, you just won a race. How is there anything wrong with this car? And he said, the car's just not turning quite as well as you would like.
Yeah, it's not. You know, it's got a multitude of issues, and we really got to get after it and find out what's going on, because it's got something wrong in the front end, and we haven't been able to track it down, and it's starting to get annoying. So, Greg doesn't like anything short of perfect, so we're gonna have to find out what's wrong.
Talk to us about the battle that you had that was developing with Davey Tarea before he got spun towards the end of the race. The 14 car said he would have had a chance. He would have at least had the chance to get to the back bumper of your car. Didn't necessarily know if he'd be able to get by you, but he would have at least drawn to the back bumper. And the battles that you guys have had over the last year and a half have always been good and clean. Would you have looked forward to battling with the 14 car over the closing laps?
Oh heck yeah! You know, they're working so hard. You know, the kid does a good job, and it would have been a lot of fun. I'm looking in the mirror thinking, we got Davey coming here. I said, that's a good thing for one thing, bad thing in another. I was watching him. I knew Brent had nothing for us. His car was all over the place tonight, and they just couldn't get it sorted out. So, I was watching Davey, and he was hunting him pretty hard. So I thought, if he's up there behind me, maybe I'm going to have to get after this thing here and try to keep him behind us. But it ended up, him and Brent got together, and kind of a bummer for them. He's been looking forward to getting a couple good nights. Didn't happen.
The battle that ended up developing was between yourself and Max B Oren, and a heck of a run for Max in his first ever modified tour start. Man, when you saw that thing in your rearview mirror, because that is a mean-looking race car, what did you think when you saw the 91N come up behind you?
Well, there's all sorts of race car there. It's a nice piece. It's got everything it needs. And I was teasing him afterwards. I said, once he's off those 4 new tires that all new cars get, it's going to make a big difference. So we'll see. The guy raced me clean. Loved racing with him. We need more guys like that. That's the sort of guy we need here.
Now, we go to Peterborough Speedway next weekend for the first of 2 trips. That race, if you win one of the first 2 spots, you'll start on the front row for the Autumn Colors Classic. I know you won this event last year, and to start on the front row for Autumn Colors, and you ended up winning the Autumn Colors Classic. Man, starting position is key in this series, and to win that event again for you, that's got to be paramount to your season.
Well, there's no doubt. Starting position is a big deal. One thing about the Autumn Colors race, at the end of the year, pretty well everybody's on the same tire strategy, so it's about the best car right then. So I'm not as concerned with that. We could start anywhere in the top 4 or 5, and I'll be happy. One thing that this chase for the colors is going to do for us, it gives you that I don't know what you call it, a bit of a catch in there. You can go in and have a bad day qualifying for the colors and know you're still starting on the front row, and that's what it's all about. You go down there and you test for that day, and you make sure you got everything right for the big race.
You retake the points lead with a win here tonight, and man, I gotta think you guys might have sweating a little bit quietly to not have the points lead for the first time in 2 years, basically. What was it like to kind of be sitting second in the points, or to not see your name on top? Because I know this team obviously strives to be the best.
Well, it's probably the first time in about 7 years, I think. But realistically, I wasn't that concerned. Those guys, in the 7 car, they're getting the job done, and if they do a good job of it, you expect them to be there. So, whatever turns out is what turns out. We don't go racing for points. I really can't stand even looking at the points. I just don't even worry about it, because it doesn't matter to me. We go race for wins. If you win enough races, you don't have to worry about what the points are going to be. You're going to know where you are. So that's kind of the way we approach it. And some guys get all stressed out about it. It doesn't bother us.
We know that your crew chief, Greg Gibson, drove all morning today from St. Eustache, Quebec, after being there with the NASCAR Canadian Tire Series to get here today. So I know he's a big part of this crew, and probably the heartbeat of it. I know there's an awful lot of other people that also help Greg to get this car here every week. Well,
for sure. When Greg's so busy now with the Canadian Tire car, and obviously doing pretty good with that. That's 4 wins in 15 days in 4 provinces for him. I'd say he's not having such a bad couple of weeks, but realistically, Dad's working on this thing. Morty McLean, he constantly pushing. Let's go work on the thing. Let's get it better. he's quite aggravated about the fact that it's not working right. So, you know, he's going to be pushing hard this week to sort it out. You know, and the rest of the guys couldn't be here tonight. You know, they're always there. And Brother Derek, Brother Dean, these guys all work hard. And that's what makes the whole deal go around. You know, people get sick of me saying it, but that is what makes the thing go around. You know, parts guys, you know, we got, you know, Tim and Aaron Schreiner, the Revolution Race Products. They're really good at getting us parts when we need it. They just had themselves a new baby this week, so that was kind of cool, and thought I'd make a mention of that. He's always giving me grief. We don't bother talking about this, about their part of it, I guess we'll call it. They don't sponsor us, but they do help get parts at a pretty good cost.
Well, congratulations on your second feature win of 2013, 10th in OSCAAR Tour history, so congratulations on that, Gary. We'll see you next week at Peterborough.
Sounds good, man. We'll make it 11.
There you have it. Gary McLean wins round number 7 of the 2013 OSCAAR Modified Tour. For OSCAAR TV at Sunset Speedway, I'm Clayton Johns.